Why do I love chamber music? Well, there's $1 million question. There's so much to love. There is just the extraordinary nature of so much of the repertoire. There's the chance to discover it with friends and peers whom you trust and love and respect. And then there's sharing it with audiences for whom maybe this great literature will be new for, or who are listeners who are already caught up in its wonders and ready to dive into that experience with you. So it's just the most wonderful form of expression. And it's so wonderful to hear young people discovering all of that with each other and through this music. And I certainly heard a lot of that in my listening to the contestants of the Fischoff competition. What a pleasure.
Hi, I'm Norman Fischer. My love affair with chamber music has been going on for over 60 years. From the time that I was a young student forming string quartets, to the years I had with the Concord String Quartet, to the years that since then that I've been teaching, playing with my colleagues, and of course 50 years with the Fischer duo, cello piano, but also sharing this love with my students and with experiences like this at the Fischoff. I'm so grateful to be part of this year.
Hi there, it's Elinor Freer, one of your junior division jurors. I love chamber music because for me, it's the ultimate musical challenge. Not only do you have to have a really high level of ability on your instrument and complete mastery of your own part, but you also have to be able to see the big picture. You have to be able to understand the score and know how your part fits into the bigger picture. You also have to be able to obviously display great teamwork. You have to be able to get along with other people and have good interpersonal skills, good rehearsal skills, good communication skills. And these days, a lot of chamber musicians are also called upon to do quite a bit of entrepreneurial and administrative work, which I find really interesting. So I applaud you all for getting started on chamber music at a young age, and I hope you keep enjoying it for the rest of your life.
Chamber music is definitely my favorite thing about playing the cello. When I was in high school, I came across the Brahms B major piano trio, and I found a violinist friend, and we stayed up very late, annoying my mother by playing through the string parts. And ever since then, chamber music has just been a huge, satisfying thing for me to get to do, especially with friends. That's nothing better in the world than playing the great chamber music pieces with people you adore. And that's what keeps me playing all these years.
When I switched to viola, I then made up my mind I wanted to be a violist in a string quartet. And I made that decision at an age when most little boys say they want to be a fireman. And maybe they have the good fortune to become a fireman. And 15 years later, a building falls on them or get a lung full of smoke, and they're thinking, gee, I just wanted to drive the big red truck and ring the bell. They had no idea what the life was like. And at a similar point, I didn't know what quartet life was like, but I knew I wanted it. And I have to say, I've been so fortunate that each year I've done it, I've loved it more. I learn more about music from my colleagues, from our audiences, from the composers. And I'm a greedy person. If I can continue to learn more by doing this work, you better bet I'm going to do it.
I'm Velvet Brown, one of the members of the jury of the Fischoff Chamber Music Competition. I love chamber music. Chamber music gives me the ability to play the role as a soloist as well as an ensemble member. It also helps everyone develop better communication skills and better friendships. Chamber music also gives us the ability to learn to rehearse efficiently.
Hello, my name is Matthew Levy. I'm a saxophonist with the Prism Quartet, and I serve on the faculty of Temple University in Philadelphia. Tom Rosenberg, the artistic director of the Fischoff Competition, asked me and my fellow jurors to say a few words about why we love chamber music. Interestingly, I can't remember the last time I was asked that question, so it was fun to think about it. And I would say that unlike a lot of other gigs and performance settings, playing with a chamber group is about being part of a musical family on a shared and incredibly exciting journey of artistic growth and discovery. It's a journey in which the players nourish and inspire one another. My work with the Prism Quartet has lasted more than 35 years, and I honestly feel like we're just getting started. I think that's partly because of a deep respect and friendship that underlies all of our work together, but it's also because we're helping one another search as individual artists and as an ensemble for a kind of idealized version of ourselves. And I think that shared pursuit over many years of working with the same musicians is constantly illuminating a new landscape of possibilities. I would also add that we just have a good time together, and I wish the same for all the young musicians and ensembles involved in the Fischoff Competition. Thanks.
Hi everyone, I'm Nancy Stagnitta. I'm one of the jurors in the Junior Wind Division of the Fischoff Competition this year. And some of the things I love the most about chamber music, maybe starting with my number one, is communication. Communication and community and connection with members within a group, and also what that group and what that group's synergy can bring to an audience. It's very special, and we're very lucky to be able to do it. The idea of being inspired and challenged by the members of your group every time you come together, so that you're all working as one to bring music that you're interpreting off the page and to an audience, is something very special. I love the repertoire. As a flutist, we are very lucky to have a great, where to start? With wind repertoire, flute and strings, flute and harp, flute and guitar. It's endless, and it will take a lifetime to maybe get through lots of it. And also, as a jazz flutist, I consider playing jazz a great form of chamber music, and it really has stretched my ears in terms of the way I interact and connect with other musicians as an improviser and also as a classical player. So I love it, and it's a big part of my life, and I am very eager for the day when we can all be playing chamber music together once more.
Hello. The good people at Fischoff have asked us to speak a bit about why we love chamber music. There are so many reasons, but I was reminded of a quote by Ian McEwan from his novel Saturday, and he put it so beautifully that I would love to share it with you. There are these rare moments when musicians together touch something sweeter than they've ever found before in rehearsals or performance, beyond the merely collaborative or technically proficient, when their expression becomes as easy and graceful as friendship or love. This is when they give us a glimpse of what we might be, of our best selves, in an impossible world in which you give everything you have to others, but lose nothing of yourself. I find that very beautiful, and in those special moments, very, very true. And I wish all of you many, many of those moments in the years to come. Take good care.